Anybody got a bottle of water?
I do.
Oh, no, did you open it?
You can have it.
Oh, come on. This is the first thing you ever gave me.
Okay.
Other than a headache. I'm sorry, I didn't say that loud. Come on.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. Coach Joshua, take a sip of water and then start with an opening statement. Then we're going to take questions for just the student athletes. We'll dismiss them and then we'll take questions for Coach Jeff. Coach Jeff, if you're ready.
Give the honor to God who's ahead of our lives. You know, we know that if we just follow his lead and trust, the doors that he has to open for us are the ones that's supposed to, and the ones he don't open for us are the ones that we still need to learn from. We never stop trusting through this entire game. And he doesn't take favors over his children. Louisville is a great team, and those are his children as well. But these young ladies decided to follow one word today: unbreakable. They weren't going to be broken today. Tomorrow maybe, but not today. They stuck together. They did all the little things. That shot goes up, oh my goodness, get ready to drop my head. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Sanaya, Alyssa flies in the air for a block shot and a save. That's a credit to who we are. And the defensive prowess, so on our left, Georgia, she's just the smartest kid in the room. Got 47 broken situations in her body, but you got to play her because you're better when she's on the floor. And this young lady right here, she's different. And this game here, I think, put the world on notice that we're not going to try to force her on you. We're going to continue to show you who she is. And we'll keep our head down and we'll tend to the sheep. But we're not going to back away from the greatness that he puts in our spirit.
We'll take questions for the student athletes. We'll start right here.
Deisha, last time out against Louisville, you guys really struggled from the free throw line. Then you had those 2 late free throws tonight. How big was it to actually, capitalize from the line and just overall that fourth quarter, what really went down?
Well, I realized last game that, we lost that game on the free throw line. And coming in tonight, today, we knew that free throws would be important, and we also knew that, rebounding against a team like this would be important. And, it's a rare thing for me to miss free throws like that. So it was, it was important not only to me, but for us to win the game, it was important to me to come through.
For Alyssa, you was battling two of the better bigs in the conference with Nyla Harris and Olivia Cochran, especially with Nyla putting up 20 and 10. But you showed out, obviously, 6 blocks. Was it a preparation thing throughout the week or after the Georgia Tech game, that knowing who he was facing and making sure you put a lid on the rim?
Yeah, it was really, I really just wanted to, just get our get back. I feel like the last time we played them, I didn't have the best game, not offensively or defensively, not really just use these last couple of practices and his last game to really just get focused up, get my mind right, and really just focus on my game so I could be able to help my team win. And I feel like just coming into this game, I just had that dog mindset, like just staying focused the whole time. Whatever it is that I had to do, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go dive on the floor for a loose ball, go for this steal, go rebound, whatever it is I had to do to help my team win.
How was you able to handle that physicality? Obviously, you got a lot of touch, and those are 2 big girls you was banging with. So how was you able to kind of, like I said, put that lid on the rim and kind of withstand some of those bangs they were giving you?
I get in the weight room too, so,
We got a man.
our strength coach, she's not, helping us get stronger for no reason. So really just holding my ground and holding my base and being strong.
I would love to get thoughts from all 3 athletes if possible. But today was another very emotional win, especially given how recent the previous result against them was. What was your mentality coming into this game? Had it changed at all?
Well, we protect the dome, and it's our home, so we've been saying lately, protect the dome, protect our home, and that's just was the mindset, and we've only let, one step away from us, and our goal is to not let any more go.
I agree with what Dee said. This is our house. We don't want anybody else to come up in our house and beat us. We really have to just focus in on this win and, really just using the days of practice that we had, to just prepare for preparation for this game.
Yeah, just backing off those to exactly what they said, but just controlling what we can control, and I think we did that, and we played a really good team game, and that was kind of the mindset going into it.
Deja, this big one here, but in the grand scheme of things, last year y'all in the NIT, y'all trending toward the NCAA tournament. This year, how big was this win with that in mind, knowing that there may be a real chance at an ACC and an NCAA tournament appearance?
I think at this point in the year, like no disrespect, but we're going to the NCAA tournament and we will make a run there. So, I mean, this win was big, but we have, to prepare for the next and, continue to prepare for the NCAA tournament.
For the athletes, Coach has been talking a lot about how you guys are trying to get to a full 40 minutes, play a full 40 minutes, and I think we really saw that today. You guys were in it until the very last second of the clock, especially Deja with those clutch shots at the end. Could you guys just talk a little bit about what was going on in that fourth quarter that allowed you to play those full 40 minutes as a team?
I think that we just know that it's a game of runs. They went up there for a little bit. We came back. They went up. It's a game of runs. And then people just came in the game and stayed ready. KP came in with some really important minutes. Sanaya right at the end there. And it was really just staying ready for those runs because not getting too high and not getting too low. And I think that's what got us to be able to hit those shots for the last 2.3 seconds. So just staying ready and knowing that it's a game of runs.
Yeah, I agree with what G said. Every second matters in a game, from the jump ball all the way to the buzzer ring. So, really just staying in the whole game, whether we're down 20, down 1, down 5, it doesn't matter. We're going to stay locked in. We're going to play our game, and we're going to keep pushing until the buzzer goes off.
Sort of a similar question. You guys have dominated the fourth quarter all year. We've talked about it throughout the season. How does having, experience against teams like Clemson, Florida State, Notre Dame, and even Thursday against Georgia Tech help you guys come back and, sort of pull out these miraculous wins, just for anybody?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, so we've talked about it a lot throughout the season, but you guys have dominated the fourth quarter. And having this experience against Clemson, Florida State, Notre Dame, you guys have really thrived in the final period. How does having that experience in these other games help you guys today?
I wouldn't say experience. We don't want to get ourselves into that situation, but just staying ready, like we kind of said already. So just knowing that, it's our house, we've got to get the win. So we stayed ready, and that's what it was. We'd rather obviously not be in that situation where we've got to come back, but knowing that we can gives us confidence to play those final minutes.
To piggyback off Georgia, I think we just don't have quit in us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter how much we get down, even if there's 5 minutes left on the clock, 2 minutes left on the clock, it doesn't matter. We have to play until the last horn sounds, and you just really never know what can happen if you don't. So it's we just don't quit. Don't quit until there's no more time on the clock.
We have time for a couple more questions from Josh.
A question in a similar vein. I watch a lot of basketball. I've seen a lot of teams quit, fight from behind like that the whole game, or kind of run out of steam. What do you think it says about your team that you're able to fight out of a hole after being down most of the game against a quality opponent, with them coming off a big-time road win too?
I think that it just shows other teams or our opponents that's watching that we're never going to back down. We're never going to give up, and they have to be ready for that mindset coming from us.
I don't want to ignore the fact that you made those 2 free throws to take the lead and win the game. So kind of just walk me through your mentality there. When the foul's called, you're walking up, you're all alone, no one else is on the block. Kind of walk me through your mentality there.
I think once I realized I was a shooter after Coach Jack screamed it 100 times, the dome just went silent to me once the refs made that call and Coach screamed that many times. It just went silent. Of course, everyone was cheering, but for me, it was like a tunnel vision type of thing, and I don't see or hear anyone, although Coach is telling my dad to be quiet on the side. But other than that, it was just a locked-in moment, and my team's counting on me, I'm counting on me, and it was time to come through.
Any more questions for
Deja, is it different shooting by yourself versus having players on the block or a different mentality at all?
As far as free throws, no, because I practice both. I practice by myself shooting there, or in practice, of course, with my teammates there. But no, it's no different. The shot is always the same. Rather, there's someone there to get it out the net or not. I think, of course, the pressure was on given the situation, but a shooter shoots and a maker makes shots. So I made the shots.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we'll take questions for Coach Jeff. Again?
Kind of going off of what Deasia said about just the focus of this team. 11 days ago you missed 12 free throws against Louisville, and then to really lock in and take care of business today. What was kind of the mindset you told your team after a game like that to be ready for a moment like this?
Amnesia. If you stay locked on your success, that's the end of your success. If you stay locked on your failures, that's a continuum. And so we try not to think about the mistakes. We fix it, we move on. And every game's different. And this team here is, I keep coming back to that word, it's so resilient, and they're so locked in to the now that we can't even talk about what happened 10 days ago, to be honest with you.
Coach, if I'm not mistaken, Deasia and Elena are the only upperclassmen that you have in your rotation. Like I said earlier, what kind of win does this? What does this mean? What does this type of win mean for your team when you have so many freshmen and sophomores in your rotation?
It means that for Elena, she's been to a lot of different schools. And halfway through the year, last year, I told her I need to coach you again because you deserve some moments like this. Didn't know how good we're going to be, but I certainly knew that she needs some continuum. And I just pray that she really understands how valued she is and how valuable she is to this program. And being a fifth year, they love her. She does so many things behind the scene to help them. It's really monumental. Deasia is just ridiculously special. And our young people understand that, those two are going to be leaving no matter what. And they are already experiencing what it feels like to be in a tight fight, to be down, to be clawing, and to be throwing a word out like unbreakable at them, and they rise to that. My prayer is that this becomes the normal for women's basketball here at Syracuse, that our sport is a viable option as well. And I hope that the community kind of embrace what we're trying to become. We got a long way to go, but it's been a long journey of getting to the top and doing it wrong, and now we're trying to do it the right way with humility and compassion and fight, and I just hope that it continues for a very long time.
Coach, what is it about this team? Obviously, you've coached a number of different teams throughout the years. What is it about them together or their individual personalities that really allows them to make these comeback runs in the fourth quarter?
I think it's their faith. You don't want to push that on anybody. I certainly don't push it on them, but they bring this music. I'm listening, whose loud music is this? And I'm like, that's a gospel song in the weight room. I think that has a lot to do with it. I think, us, my coaching staff, we stay locked on ready. If a kid's having a bad day, I jump on her hard in practice. I don't have to even think about it. I know that a call is going to go from one of my assistants to them, and they say, hey, how you doing? This is what she's talking about. She's talking about that player, not the person. That's a lot of that's going on, a lot of texting at night to our young people to let them know that, greatness is on its way, even if having a bad week or a month. And, the injuries, having is out there again is really a pertinent thing. I don't know what we've done to deserve such a connected group. I'm so humbled by it. I know that we're winning in the locker room, but for them to all kind of have the aha moment and to get it, it's not me. It's not my coaches. It's not even them. It's something bigger than all of us, and I'm just glad that I'm a part of the ride.
Coach, after the game, obviously a lot of excitement. I think you were almost overcome with emotion in those final seconds after you guys got the win. What were the emotions that you were processing, just right after you guys got the win?
Well, I'm the most passionate person you're ever going to meet. I'm watching a movie, and if the movie's good, I'm going to have emotion. And my husband gave me a hug, and he said, hold back the tears. I'm like, tell my floodgates that, because my tear ducts, because it's just, what? Jimmy Valvano said it, you gotta go through the emotion that you feel, and not be afraid of it, not be ashamed of it. I just am so proud of this team. I'm so happy for this university. I'm so grateful for our chancellor and my AD, John Wildhack, for giving me this opportunity to come back to my alma mater. And every time that horn blows and we have success, I feel that same way. Today was just a close game, so you saw the tears publicly. But every night I go home, I show those emotions to my windshield as I drive home, because I'm never going to take this opportunity for granted. I am so blessed and lucky to be a part of this institution, and I want to fight every day to make everybody that's connected to this university proud. We are a university that when I was in college, we were #1 in everything. We were football, we were going to this bowl, and we were basketball, we were in the top of this, and we had such success. And I just remember our lacrosse coach coming up to me one day. I was having a bad day, and he brought me a plaque. You know, for the head lacrosse coach to see his assistant coach have a struggle and present something to me, that's who we are, and that's who we're going to be again. And that's what I remember, and I'm going to bring that every day. And that emotion, when you succeed, people will listen to you. And when they listen to me, I'm going to say simply, love this university, and we'll love you back.
We got time for a couple more questions for Coach. We're going to go Jesus, Justin.
Coach, congrats on the victory. You're losing by 1 point with 2 seconds to go. What sort of goes through your mind the moment you realize that you got the call to go in your favor?
Who's going to shoot it? It's very clear. You can go to the person that's brought you this far from 2 different universities. Make it, miss it, she gets that opportunity. When we make it, you know, the age you're going to have to figure out, well, forget it. Get the age of the ball, because nobody's going to be able to catch her. It's too much space. She's just too quick. And once the age got the ball, we knew it was over. I went and found my coaches, gave them a hug, because they had a great game plan on how we can have this success. And you don't do it by yourself. You do it with a bunch of great people. And I think that Kristen Sharkey, Kyrie Carter, Sue Ludwig, and Coach Gilbert, and Coach Matt, and also I can't forget Miss Kate. They've done a tremendous job of getting us ready, including making smoothies for the young ladies at the end of the game.
How confident were you that the game was won once you saw the Asia take the first shot?
You know what? I'm always confident. I'm always shocked when we don't have success. You know, you got 2 choices. You can be confident or you can be not confident. I just choose to be confident.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
First time out against Louisville and even today, you guys kind of struggled against their defense because they're playing in a matchup zone. What kind of changed in the 4th quarter to propel you guys to have your best offensive quarter?
Well, KP, they couldn't trap. She can go left or right with her both hands, and the game was too fast for her to play a lot of minutes in the beginning. Our other guards are doing the best thing, but once you put KP out there and you try to trap her, first she's going to hurt you. She's as strong as a mule, and second, you're not going to be able to trap her because she can go east-west very quickly, and then she goes north-south even faster. So she was the answer, and they had to back off.
Coach, having a player like Deasia who can almost just cancel out any prior struggle you guys had with her 4th quarter performances, what does that mean going forward, especially in a loaded ACC, to kind of help, I guess, set the gap between yourself and other teams in the conference?
We don't think about other teams. We don't even think about I don't even know who we play next, to be honest. We have to stay where our feet are, and we want to embrace every second we have with the Asia Fair. And so in order to do that, we can't look ahead. And so we're staying locked on now. I just think that, we got so much more to do. And so if we get too far ahead, it could mess things up. And I don't want to be the reason because I looked ahead. So I'm excited about our now. We had a great game against an incredible team. Jeff Walsh had amazing change-ups in his offense and his defense, and we had to stay locked in. I'm not going to be able to calm down till after the Super Bowl. And that's why I'm going to stay home with my husband. We're going to sit there, going to be like, what just happened? Because I know what kind of coach he is. I'm going to take this in. This is the first time, I think, in 8 tries before we're going to enjoy this moment.
Last question,
Coach, I indulge in sports all day. I'm ESPN probably on my television 20 hours a day. I read a lot of articles. It seems to me, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me Deasia Fair, what she's accomplished this year is going under the radar. How would you comment on that? Do you see, and I know there's other women like Caitlin Clark, I know she's a big deal, about to break the NCAA record, but it still doesn't seem like Deasia Fair is getting a lot of national publicity with everything she's accomplished and being 6 all time right now.
One thing that I know to be true is that life isn't fair. And I tell my players all the time, you're not going to always get what you deserve. You got to do well anyway. You got to work hard anyway. I had a young lady who played for me at Buffalo, Stephanie Reed, and she came in. It was Utah State and us, and we got her. And all of a sudden, we go to Sweet 16, a little team called Buffalo. No men's team has done it. No women's team has done it in the SUNY system, but us. And then we go, and she go graduate. Their country didn't even acknowledge how good she was, and she had a fight. She texted me last night and said she's on her way to Paris. She's an Olympian, and her team has qualified to be an Olympics. So DeAsia is no different than Stephanie. If they see you, they see you. If they don't recognize you, when you play against somebody, you make them see your dreams. And so we can't help what people think about us or see us, but when you play us, you gotta see us. And that is all we can control. And I'm just so proud that she's on my team. And if nobody else know what she's doing or how gifted she is or how humble she is or how amazing her family is and how great her little brother is, if nobody else see it, God sees it and I see it. Thank you so much.